And we are live. NashvilleLou Live is back on the air. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday, episode 2, October 29th, 2024. I'm your host, Lou Pickney. Bring the slate down. Right now we have 7 people in for the first Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. We'll go for about 2 hours tonight. Slated to do a raid over to Dr. Doom around midnight Eastern. It's about 2 hours from now. I hope tonight to check out the aquarium mode for the first time as far as the whether you can win aqua. We got 7 people in right now. I can join as well. Might as well practice what I preach on that, right? Exclamation point plays. Type that in chat. And remember, with your Twitch team, you can set 5 different fish to have in your starting lineup. Vary it as the situation calls for. So here I'll go with the Vape Ape. I've had some fun with that today. Watched a lot of different streams with a lot of different people playing a bunch of games, but in particular, playing Twitchy Tides. So once we get to 10, we'll get the first game of the broadcast underway. Special thanks to Las Vegas Ape, who did a lot to help organize this Twitchy Tides Tuesday event. Have a raid coming a little later. MJ owns you. Then we'll be raiding over to Dr. Doom when he goes live at or about midnight Eastern. So 2 more in to get in for the first Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. I tell you what, the good times continue with Twitchy Tides. New creations coming out, seems like all the time. Pop Paragon keeps coming up with ways to outdo himself. Slick does a great job making everything work properly with the game. And it's a lot of fun. So when we get to 10, we'll get to the first game of the broadcast. So it's 8:30 where you are, Pyongwei. Interesting. $9 p.m. local time for me. Nashville time, Central time zone. But usually I go with Eastern. As far as, like I'll say, 10 p.m. Eastern, 0200 UTC. Between, for U.S. people, Eastern time zone, New York, and then UTC. You can usually figure that out without too much trouble. We'll get 2 more in there to get to 10. That's the minimum to have a Twitchy Tides game that counts, and we'll get the first one of the broadcast going. We've got CTR Heels Fan, Pyongwei, Zarveen, Autumn's Toys, Notorious Ninja, Silent One, Bo Reddington, Buzz King is in. I'm in as well. 1 more will have enough to have 10. And that'll give us the minimum we get the first game going in the broadcast. Just a couple of days away from Halloween. We'll have some many people as possible. I don't want to make promises I can't keep, but items from the NashvilleLou collection, some tricks and some treats as far as the giveaways go. But for the winner of this first one, certainly more treat than trick. You know, Warsaken camo card, and an item from the NashvilleLou collection. That's going to go to the winner of this first Twitchy Tides game. 1 more in. We'll be to 10, up to that minimum, and we'll get it going. Chucky's in, that gives us 10. Using this on the other computer, the big computer. Terran Lore is in as well, so we'll have 11, if not more, if somebody gets in before we start. P-Bags Jr., greetings and welcome. We got a dozen in here. Let's get to it. Good luck. It's Twitchy Tides. You're on NashvilleLou Live. If I win, prize goes to second place. Pink Felicia. On that bottom part of the screen. We're down to 5 remaining. Pink Felicia up top. Heels fan eliminated. Zarvine eliminated. We're down to 3. Silent One, Chucky, and Kyong Wei. Final 3 in this opening Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. Depth charge out of nowhere. We're down to 2. Chucky and Kyong Wei. Thank you for the raid. MJ owns you. Thank you, thank you. Greetings and welcome, NashvilleLou Live, Twitchy Tides. We got a battle of the final 2 right here. Kyong Wei and Chucky. Chucky gets taken out by Pink Felicia. That's going to do it. Pop Paragon, thank you for the subscription. Thank you, thank you. Greatly appreciated. A lot going on here. Opening few moments of the broadcast. Let me get this set up here properly as far as the... There's the shout out for MJ Owns You. Coins for Vince, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday, NashvilleLou Live. I appreciate the raid from MJ Owns You. We've had so much fun with this today. I've been able to watch some, if not all, of the various participants in this Twitchy Tides Tuesday event. For a moment, I'll bring the slate up. I do have to check one thing on this other computer. One nice thing is because I'm running this on a separate computer, it's the copy all button that doesn't work for me, unfortunately, within OBS Studio. Works out just fine when I run it on a different computer, so makes it easier to collect information. Prizes will be sent out shortly after the conclusion of the broadcast. TB420, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's see if we can have some luck here with the Aquarium Royale. You'll want to wait just a moment to jump back in because we're going to set this up. The Aquarium Royale. Select. I've never run this before. I've watched it on various streams. But takes you to this loading screen right here. You'll want to hold off on getting in because it'll tell you I haven't paid yet. Now, it might not load up. There goes success. So, the Battle Bowl. We're not talking about WCW Lethal Lottery. We're talking about Battle Bowl here. And Twitchy Tides is a fun way you can potentially finish in those top few spots, earn Aqua, which will be very useful for people coming up here in the weeks and months ahead. So I guess you go random on this to pick a ball. That's 10 tides, a bit stiff. I was thinking more 3 or 5. Can you reroll on this? Like, I'll pay the 10 tide if I have to. That's not a big deal. Oh, I guess you can. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. 1. All right. Paid. Success. All right. Well, it's pending payment. Okay. Oh, it still says pending payment. I hope I didn't mess it up. I want to get double billed. Rent fee not paid. Okay, maybe this will work and maybe it won't. I know it's a new thing that they're setting up here. It's giving me the rent fee not paid, so this might... I knew there was a possibility because I've never tried this before, so I don't know. What if I back out here and then go back to it? Oh, it's still... If I zip back over to free to play over here. Refresh. Should I go back to the... Oh, people's going to start jumping in here, so let me... So we need to refresh from that other screen. We'll run one more here. People are starting to jump in. I don't want to dissuade people from getting in here. So go ahead and get in on this one, and then we'll run this second regular one. And we'll get it figured out with this Aquarium Royale, because I think it'll be a lot of fun. Way for people to earn Aqua. I've got plenty of Tide saved up, so it's not a big deal if it's whatever the rental is for the Battle Bowls. So right now it's exclamation point play in chat. Get you in for this next Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast for the winner. A Warsake camo card and an item from the NashvilleLou collection. They'll give you a boost in Meta Battler. We got 27 in at the moment. I should probably join as well. Exclamation point play. And remember, with the new, as in within the last couple of days, new, with the Twitchy team setup, you can have 5 different fish ready to go at a moment's notice. So if I this time want to go with, let's say I'm just going to stick with the first one. You don't have to put the one after it for your top one, but I'll go with the Soul the Catfish. That gets me in there. That gets us to 30. So last chance to get in with exclamation point play. Pop Paragon is in. That grub right there. We've had some interesting videos last couple of days as far as some, was it grub explosions? Can sometimes come out of nowhere. But there's some unpredictability to it. It's interesting. Again, they keep things new and fresh with Twitchy Tides. TB420 is in to get us to 32. Let's get to it, shall we? 32 players begins now. Good luck. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday, NashvilleLou live. Right away, big worm with a hook, and we're down to 27. If I happen to win, prize goes to second place. Depth charge. We're down to 24. Particularly when I play in this format, I've got the game on my big television, full screen. As I really get pulled into it, like, wow, it's. I know the artwork's great because I see it all the time, but when it's even larger and more vivid, it stands out all the more. And that's part of the appeal of Twitchy Tides. Very visually appealing. Also fun. Not so fun having Debo the Shark. Those chompers, those teeth. We're down to 15. More than half the field is out. There's the hook from Big Worm. We're down to 11. Twitchy Tides Tuesday, NashvilleLou live. We're doing a raid over to Dr. Doom later on. That'll be around midnight Eastern. Whenever Dr. Doom is ready at that point. Meanwhile, Debo's ready up top. Zipping on by. We're down to 9 remaining. Who's going to be the winner of this Twitchy Tides game? Pink Felicia, upper mid. We're down to 3. Free Frog Nada, TB420, and Flower, the final 3. Debo the Shark, bottom row working right to left. This is all 3 remaining competitors. Cannonball up top eliminates Flower, so we're down to 2. It's TB420 and Tree Frog Nada, the final 2 in this Twitchy Tides game. And look there on that left side of the screen. Big Worm, angry look on his face. The hook is baited. That's going to do it. TB420 gets hooked. Tree Frog Nada is victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. Right. Bring the slate up for a moment while I copy this information over. Prizes will be sent out shortly after the conclusion of the broadcast. They'll come from my fulfillment wallets, or fulfillments with an S on the end. For the bulk of the prizes that are sent out here from NashvilleLou Live are sent from that fulfillment wallet. So congratulations, Tree Frog Nada, victorious in Twitchy Tides. Trying to set things up for the Aquarium Royale, so please stand by. Another advantage of using this other computer for the stream, I can do it this way and have the slate up so I can see what I'm doing. So we'll see if we can get the Aquarium Royale. It's not set up just yet, it's getting reloaded. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday here on NashvilleLou Live. Okay, so let's bring the slate back down. I'm going to choose this Hooligan Battle Bowl for 2 Tide. Select Bowl. No, that's not what I was trying to do. Uh-oh. I might have messed it up. I was trying to... Stand by, please. That was my fault for hitting the wrong button. I knew it was kind of sensitive about... Well, I was able to back out there, so maybe I can... Yeah, jumping the gun here. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday, NashvilleLou Live. Let's try this again. Pay. Success. It says ready to join. So let's try it now with exclamation point play to get in on this Aquarium Royale. So the winner gets not only that Warsaken camo card and an item from the NashvilleLou collection, but getting that sweet, sweet aqua that goes out to some of the top finishers. And that depends on, I think, the number of people involved. Lord Zuku, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Greetings and welcome, everybody. NashvilleLou Live. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday. Trying to have, for the first time ever, for me at least, here live on stream, Aquarium Royale. We got 19, make it 20 in there. I should get in as well. Exclamation point play. I'll also use the 4 spot. Halloween theme to it. So it's Aquarium Royale. I've seen this on enough different feeds that this doesn't overwhelm me, but there is a lot of information here. It's really interesting. There are battle bulls that people own. I don't own one at the moment. I'm saving up that tide, saving up aqua, so we'll see. But at the moment, I don't own one, but some people do, and those that do are able to rent them out to people like me that can use this live on stream. This game is already a draw to begin with, but you add in something like the Aquarium Royale, you have a chance to earn aqua along with those leaderboard points. It's good times on that. So we got 27 people in for this first Aquarium Royale. Make it 28 with Fonny T. Post my giveaway wallet, sure. That's the word fulfillments with an S on the end. The last chance with exclamation point play to get into this Aquarium Royale. If I miss anything in chat, not an intentional slight to anyone. That is one thing that I do struggle with. For all my years in broadcasting and years of being a news producer and having to know what's going on with everybody at all times, and if anything goes wrong, everybody looks to you and says, okay, in an instant, you gotta know where to go and what to tell them. So it's a little different here. If something goes wrong, I have to fix it versus telling 5 people what to do instantly. It's a different kind of challenge. NC1966, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. So it's 10% of the players that get aqua. That's what Chucky's saying there. Thank you for the info. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it, shall we? Las Vegas Ape. I never really know with the way it is on Twitch as far as they limit like how much you can do, how much time you have to have between a shout out. The Las Vegas Ape has done a great job of making this Twitchy Tides Tuesday a reality. There we go. So if you don't follow Las Vegas Ape, you're missing out. He has good info and he's entertaining, which is a tough line to kind of balance. He does a good job with it. Anyway, let's get to it. The Aquarium Royale. NashvilleLou Live Twitchy Tides Tuesday. Good luck. So begin with 33. Get that different looking background there. Meanwhile, Debo, pay attention to the screen. The shark working bottom side gets stopped midway through. Maybe the shell shock hitting Debo there. But nonetheless, we're down to 27. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday. The first ever for me, Aquarium Royale match. Pink Felicia Top side, I'm out. A lot of others as well. We're down to 14. Cannonball. I'm down to 8. I love the vivid artwork. I almost get distracted from trying to talk about what's going on. Like, oh, look at that. Wow, look at that. I can see it even more vibrant than I normally do. Oh, thank you so much, Pop Paragon. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Meanwhile, Cannonball takes out Tree Frog Nada. We're down to 6. Who will be the winner of this Twitchy Tides game? Tell you what, Twitchy Tides has been phenomenal at bridging the gap between Wax Gaming and Twitch live streaming. Right in my wheelhouse. And it's been absolutely wonderful. It's been a unifying force. The game itself is a draw. I can mix it with practically any other game. And there are people at all hours wanting to play Twitchy Tides. Big Worm with a hook, and we're down to 2. Nadu 6, and Chucky, the final 2. Depth charge. That ominous blinking red, top right part of the screen. Can Chucky get enough of an angle coming off there? Indeed. But Chucky avoids it for now. Nadu 6 and Chucky, the final 2. And this Aquarium Royale. We're on NashvilleLou Live. So they're both going to get some aqua out of it, but who's going to be the winner? Nadu 6 avoids the depth charge. Looking at angles and trying to figure out who's got a decent shot at getting past that depth charge next time pass. It'll be a tough one for Chucky, real tough. Spin move. But it's not enough. That's going to do it. Loading the results, but saw it right there. Nadu 6. The winner of the inaugural Aquarium Royale for NashvilleLou Live. Now, there's been plenty of other broadcasts as well, but as you see right here, it doesn't show the first place cut of it, but you'll see it in chat there. A cool 6 and change for Nadu 6. Of course, the Aqua goes, and then Chucky, Dr. Doom, and Funko Lover as well, getting some of that Aqua. There's a lot of to be determined, to be announced with that. So that, it's a nice thing to be able to do, because now it's even more incentive for people to want to not only stream, but also to watch and to participate and maybe earn some Aqua in the process. So congratulations. Bring the slate back up for just a moment. One part here where I'm grateful I can click one button, it copies over. When I do it this way, the copy paste works the way it's supposed to. Like, that not working for me isn't the game's problem. That's the browser source with an OBS Studio having a copy text issue problem. Well, that's neither here nor there for this. Boys, I'm happy with this particular setup when it's available. So what'd y'all think about that Aquarium Royale? Want to try another one? Wait, not quite yet. I do have to get it loaded up. No promises just yet. Let's see. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday here on NashvilleLou Live. All right, let's see. With a random 1.01. That works for me. It's pay it. I remember I had to refresh it before, so I have to do that again. So slate comes back up for a moment. Brand new game mode. That will be the refresh there. So bear with me just a second while we get this back up and going. try it again. Random. All right, back to the same bowl. Pay. Success. All right, looks like it's ready to join. So we'll have another Aquarium Royale here on NashvilleLou Live. I think most of the fish should have a... I don't want to be incorrect in what I say about energy in this game, but I believe the energy just reset. I think it's every 3 days. So you can get them with exclamation point play. I should do the same. If I miss anything in chat or miss anybody, not trying to slide anybody, not intentionally. So with the way it is now with the Twitchy team setup, you can set 5 fish to have, and all you have to do is pick a different number. And it defaults to your number 1 fish, which for me is the soul of the catfish, the rare, the white with the yellow. One lets me use the glitter command. It's a little bit of a unique one. We got 27 players in for this next Aquarium Royale. NashvilleLou Live. But it's interesting to me how there's as many different ways to play and incorporate Twitchy tides into a live stream as there are live streamers themselves. Just today, seeing the different ways people have approached it. My ways can be different than a lot of others because my background is television and certain things that were drilled in my head. You have to do this a certain way. Like I always have slates, like a full screen for my broadcast. That's one of those things I learned at an early age. It's like always listening to your air checks, going back and watching and listening. Every broadcast I do here, every live stream, I go back and listen to and watch the entire thing back. So I make sure that I have live streams that entertain me because that would be and does get awfully boring when the source material itself isn't that compelling. So I try to keep it interesting. So we got, 30 people in. This Aquarium Royale for the winner, a Warsaken camo card. Item from the NashvilleLou collection. And plus, for those top few finishers, that Aqua. Pop and Stock is in to get us to 31. 32 with Hackers, just in time. It's about to click the button. I don't want to be where I'm saying your last call, and by the time somebody gets over to their computer or their phone or whatever, then I've already jumped ahead to it. So I hate to think I'm doing that. So try to give extra time. Wait a beat or two extra just in case, especially when there's people still trying to get in. We're up to 32, not 32, make that 33. And so let's get to it now, shall we? Good luck. It's the Aquarium Royale with Twitchy tides here on NashvilleLou Live. And right away, big worm with a hook. Down to 27. Mention the glitter command if I can pull it off before my fish gets taken out. Whoa, you see? Here comes the glitter. Meanwhile, Debo the Shark topside. That's just down to 21 remaining. There's Big Worm, that hook. That fish hook has us down to 19 remaining. Yeah, so every time meanwhile, as I talking about the unique and new artwork and fish in the game, there comes a cannonball that finally gets stopped, but we're down to 18. There's Big Worm again with a hook. That drops us to 16. Got artwork that looks unique. It's vibrant, it stands out. Debo the Shark. With sharp teeth tearing through. We're down to 13. Actually, I personally prefer the look of the one like what Mocha Twitcher has with Soul the Catfish, the uncommon. Like the Tennessee Titans road uniforms, the light blue. Cannonball, we're down to 10. but I'm fond of the glitter command gets people's attention in a fun kind of way. At least it tends to. Depth charge up top. We're down to 10. Pop Paragon with a laser and a spin. I think I'm being clever with my banana spin. We'll see your banana and raise you a laser. Meanwhile, there's the hook again. Big worm strikes. We're down to 9. Depth charge up top. We're down to 8 remaining. This Aquarium Royale. Debo the Shark takes out Bewick, takes out my fish as well, so we're down to a half dozen. 6 players remain in this Twitchy Tides game here on NashvilleLou Live. Twitchy Tides Tuesday. In this Aquarium Royale mode. Pink Felicia has us down to 3. Nadu 6, Zach Bonifer, and Las Vegas 8, the final 3. The Hydro Kylo, you got the Scuba Woofy, and you got Las Vegas 8 with that brand new fish. Got us into the mix. As of, I believe, earlier today. Meanwhile, that depth charge eliminates Nadu 6, and we're down to 2. Las Vegas 8, and Zach Bonifer, the final 2. This Aquarium Royale. Spin move by Ape. Debo the Shark up top. Looks like both players will manage to avoid Debo at least this time through, and the battle continues. Aquarium Royale mode. Twitchy Tides, NashvilleLou Live. A pause by Las Vegas Ape. Triple depth charges that disappear, but there's the hook still baited, and that's going to do it. Zach Bonifer with that Scuba Woofy gets the victory in the Aquarium Royale match. And again, it doesn't list first place on there, but you can see in chat, 6.8 Aqua for Zach Bonifer. We got the victory. And the top 4 finishers, the way it played out this time. Las Vegas Ape, Nadu 6, and Autumn's Toys. So, congratulations to the people earned the Aqua. Zach Bonifer gets the Aqua along with the prize pack. And the slate back up for a moment. So let's see, I need to probably put Aquarium, all caps here, my notes, just so I can tell the difference between that and a standard one. I didn't think about that until just now. Like, I should probably put a designation. Prizes will be sent out the same as far as the Warsaken camo cards and the item from the NashvilleLou collection, but just for my notes here. Now I've got it. All right, so congratulations, Zach Bonifer, victorious in that Aquarium Royale match. We'll have another one of those in the next hour here on NashvilleLou Live. Then we'll go back to a regular Twitchy Tides. Bring the slate back up, open for the next game, provided it's working properly, with exclamation point play in chat. It's working. I want to be sure. That's typically why I wait to enter until near the end, just in case there's any question about it, if it's working, etc. So this is back to just regular Twitchy Tides here, NashvilleLou Live, Twitchy Tides Tuesday. So I was curious how it would work trying to do back-to-back with the Aquarium Royales. I think it'll probably be better to have that as a special, like a once an hour, maybe more than that. I don't know. But for tonight, we had 2 here in this first hour, and I'll have at least 1 in the next hour. Got 20 players in right now. I'll join as well. As far as the color being vibrant, that's just, I've got a capture card for this other computer, my main gaming computer, and it's that without any overlays at all. The last call for this next Twitchy Tides game, exclamation point play. On this Twitchy Tides Tuesday. And again, you've got the wide variety. I thought it was interesting, the contrast with Rabbit Larry, with her live stream, with Twitchy Tides and her games, and then going over to Cam No. And Cam, who's got just this incredible intensity to him. It's really something. And to be able to not only just do it, but maintain it for an entire broadcast. Tremendous energy. And I think that's the sort of thing, because Cam has such a great reach outside of the world of wax gaming. The more we can have with that, the better. Spread the word. I mean, the concept of what is a Web 3 or Web 2 or whatever kind of game. Ultimately, a fun game is a fun game. And as we've seen with plenty of people with live streams, you can mix Twitchy Tides with practically anything. And it also works as a standalone. So we got 30 people in for this Twitchy Tides game. The winner gets a Warsaken camo card. Item from the NashvilleLou collection. 30 players, and it begins now. Good luck. Sorry, just missed you there, Soul the Cat. Right away, we're down to 25. So for 6 years, or almost 6 years, you're saying they're Dutch with Cam No. Debo the Shark was cutting through. Finally ran to that super spin from going Tonto. Got bopped off the board, but damage done. We're down to 21. Well, I think some very important things with Cam. He manages to keep it positive. He does a great job of acknowledging his audience and talking to people and hyping people up. Manages to speak with sincerity. Meanwhile, look at that cannonball going down Broadway. Finally got goofed there at the end, but we're down to 13 participants remaining. But my point is not just to talk about how great that is to have Cam in the mix with this, but how you can have a contrast with very different broadcasting styles and get people that can make this game their own, as the hook has us down to a dozen remaining. It's Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. A cannonball coming through. Going Tonto with that super spin. Stopped it from doing further damage. We're down to 11. Pink Felicia coming down Broadway. Right to left down the middle. Takes out Ninja. Takes out Captain John. We're down to 9. Debo the Shark, upper mid. We're down to 6. Who will be the winner of this Twitchy Tides game? Depth charge. The ominous blinking red. What timing there with that super spin from Unmata. I got saved the day for Panda Chan. Took out the depth charge. And for now, 6 remain, but look out for Debo. Left to right, bottom part of the screen. Eliminates Unmata. We're down to 5. And there's Pink Felicia. Bottom part of the screen. All 5 competitors managed to avoid Pink Felicia. For now, those 5 remain in the mix. Pink Felicia gets her revenge up top. We're down to 4. Panda Chan, 4 Slayer, Terran Lore, Zarvine, the final 4. It's Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday. Debo the Shark. Top row. Debo takes out Terran Lore. We're down to 3. 4 Slayer, Panda Chan, Zarvine, the final 3. There's the hook. Big Worm. Looking surly. That eliminates Zarvine. We're down to 2. Panda Chan and 4 Slayer, the final 2. In this Twitchy Tides game here on NashvilleLou Live. Debo the Shark. That top part of the screen. Looks like Debo won't take out either competitor, at least not on that run. The speed behind that cannonball, but again, both remaining players managed to avoid the enemy. 4 Slayer and Panda Chan, the final 2. There's the hook. Big Worm. That eliminates Panda Chan. Congratulations, 4 Slayer. Victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. Alright, so need to do the copy paste thing here. So congratulations, 4 Slayer. Victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. And we're back open for the next Twitchy Tides game. You can get them with exclamation point play. For the 6th one of the broadcast, we had a couple of those Aquarium Royales in the first hour here. We'll have at least one more coming up in the next hour. Also, our first Twitchy Tides fish pack be given away. We'll have that on the other side of my hourly break. But we're not there yet. Got 15 players in for this next Twitchy Tides game. Make that 17. I'll get in as well. Again, it's great with the Twitchy team setup you have now, where you got 5 different fish, your starting lineup. This time I'll go with the Oga Beaver. The last call to get in on this next Twitchy Tides game with exclamation point play. We got 27 players. Make that 28. The winner, a Warsaken camo card and an item from the NashvilleLou collection. Gives you a boost in the fun new game Meta Battler. Up to 33 now. Some of those new Skeletos. Latest edition. New one from MJ Owns You. Rated it here earlier. Many thanks to MJ for that. Lord Zuko gets in. I was just about to move the mouse over. Get in just in time. 34 players. Begins now. Good luck. It's Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. Cannonball up top. We're down to 28. Just a wide variety of making it rain, dropping some dollars. Not so funny for people taken out there by Pink Felicia finally got popped there. Super roll there, I believe that was, from Going Tonto, but damage done. We're down to 25. Got the gator roll going on. It's certainly attention getting. Here comes Pink Felicia. Working left to right, middle part of the screen. Felicia finally stopped, but now we're down to 11 remaining in this Twitchy Tides game. Pink Felicia takes out Be Wicked, so we're down to 10. So, what's going on there? Going Tonto and Dutch Rudder. Got some high-end fish, another aquatic life in the mix. Meanwhile, see that hook there with Big Worm. Takes out 4 Slayer and Dutch. We're down to 8. Fish fight, says Pop Paragon. Indeed, that's what we got here. It's Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. Pink Felicia up top this time. That eliminates Unmata. Also, Nadu 6 eliminated. We're down to 6. Again, it's Big Worm, that hook, but thwarted there that super spin from Going Tonto. Big Worm trying it again on the left side of the screen this time, that middle part. On this big TV, I can definitely see the scowl there from Big Worm. The hook eliminates Jericho. We're down to 5. Cannonball up top misses all 5 of the remaining competitors. Who will be the winner of this Twitchy Tides game? Pink Felicia up top. Well timed. Into the brakes there by Going Tonto, and Felicia leaves exit stage left without eliminating any of the remaining 5 competitors, at least not on that time through. Pink Felicia back through. We're down to 4. Blantality, Going Tonto, Zach Bonifer, Poppinstock, the final 4. The acceleration there from Going Tonto. That super spin. Well, look out for Debo the Shark. Oh, Debo might have gotten the bop there. Sometimes it's tough to tell, but not tough to tell there with that cannonball, though it misses all 4 of the remaining competitors. This is Twitchy Tides Tuesday, NashvilleLou Live. We started with 34, we're down to 4. And down ground level, Pink Felicia on the low road eliminates Flantality. We're down to 3. Poppinstock, Zach Bonifer, Going Tonto, the final 3. Here comes Debo the Shark. Zach Bonifer managed to avoid the teeth. Going Tonto with a super spin. And you can name your horse taking deck whatever you want to. Boss baby. You have considerable latitude with that. Cannonball eliminates Zach Bonifer. We're down to 2. Poppinstock and Going Tonto, the final 2. Debo, upper mid. Going Tonto managed to avoid Debo. Poppinstock managed to avoid Debo. So for now, the 2 remain in the mix. Cannonball up top, and it's a super spin from Going Tonto. Takes out the cannonball. The battle continues. Going Tonto, Poppinstock. There's the hook from Big Worm, and that's going to do it. Going Tonto victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. All right, congratulations on the victory, going Tonto. Right. Okay, so I'm about to take my hourly break. Take one break per hour here on NashvilleLou Live. Be about a 5-minute break. We're back open for the next Twitchy Tides game. And with this next Twitchy Tides game, for the winner, we're going to have a Twitchy Tides pack. First one of those to be given away here tonight. And that's going to be on the other side of this 5-minute break. So we'll be on the other side with that with Twitchy Tides. We get to the second hour. We'll have at least one more of those Aquarium Royale games. Those were a lot of fun. Had a couple of those in the first hour. And we'll keep it going up until midnight Eastern when Dr. Doom goes live. And once that happens, we'll do right over to Dr. Doom. But still plenty to come here on NashvilleLou Live, Twitchy Tides Tuesday. Back in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. All right, coming back from break, NashvilleLou Live. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday. About to give away a Twitchy Tides fish pack. Many thanks to Pop Paragon providing these fish packs. Give away here live on stream. So for this one, other side of the hourly break, be that and an item from the NashvilleLou collection. Go to the winner here. So last chance to get in with exclamation point play in chat. Probably make sure I get in as well. Although, as noted, if I win, prize goes to second place. All right, so we have 38 players lined up. That Twitchy Tides pack, item from the NashvilleLou collection, going to the winner. Begins now. Good luck. We begin with 38 people, 38 fish in the mix, 38 players. Right away down to 33. A lot to keep track of. That Braille whale there from Autumn's Toys doing the flips around there. Some new animations in the mix. Nothing new about this, but it's effective. Pink Felicia just tearing through. We're down to 16. Depth charge. We're down to 15. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday. It's been an all-day event. This is just my portion of it here. Meanwhile, it's Debo. Finally got bopped there, but not before taking out a couple of additional players. Has us down to 13 remaining. That depth charge. Chain reaction takes out 4 of the fish. We're down to 9. Who will be the winner of this Twitchy Tides game? Cannonball. Upper mid, and we're down to 5. Pink Felicia eliminates Autumn's Toys. DeBoer JS. Now we have ourselves an impromptu party. We're down to 3. It's party time, the disco ball. Yeah, it's a key battle right here. Winner gets that pack. Going Tonto, that super spin takes out the hook there from Big Worm. Getting intense here. Breeze from Going Tonto below that depth charge. 4 depth charges. Wow. Boss Baby gets past 1. The other 3 explode. There's some new things in the mix. Things I'm not necessarily up to speed on as far as these various special effects and special moves go. And ultimately, that depth charge explodes without taking out any of those 3 players still in the mix. Dutch Rudder, Going Tonto, Boss Baby the Princess, the final 3, but then Big Worm with a hook eliminates Going Tonto. We're down to 2. Boss Baby avoids that hook just barely. And there with Dutch Rudder 2, the final 2. The winner gets a Twitchy Tides pack. There's that hook, Big Worm, the right side of the screen. You can barely see it. It's halfway hanging off. Like the hook disappears. Dutch Rudder 2 and Boss Baby the Princess, the final 2 in this Twitchy Tides game. Cannonball splits them both. Big matchup right here because that number 1 spot means you get a Twitchy Tides pack. Depth charge left side of the screen next to the Twitchy Tide sign. Dutch rudder. That shell shock seemed to do the trick for getting past that depth charge. There's a trio of them, but Boss Baby the Princess. So a strong shell with that consumer break turtle gets past it. No sells the depth charge. I can respect that. What a battle here. A cannonball. Really is a strong shell. There's Debo the Shark. With the ground turned red. Hit P. Okay, I've got a, let's see, this keyboard. There we go. Thank you. The party gets them unstuck. So the battle rages on. Boss Baby the Princess and Dutch Rudder 2. Winner gets a pack. And then out of nowhere, there's the hook to eliminate Boss Baby. So congratulations. Dutch Rudder 2, victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. So you're getting a pack. Dutch Rudder 2. Many thanks again. Hot Paragon providing those Twitchy Tides packs. I'll use those sparingly, but coming back from break, had it right here. We'll have another one, at least another pack to be given away later in the broadcast. But Dutch Rudder gets the win here. I'm going to copy this information over. We can trick or treat style. I'm going to do my best to send out to... I can't want to promise everybody, because if I miss somebody, I don't want to... Well, for as many people as possible, I'll send out an item from the NashvilleLou collection. Everybody got in at least one time here in the broadcast. And then a little trick or treat style, some fun, some Halloween themed things, and other things on the wax chain. All that you can use in the game Meta Battler. I waited 3.5 years to have an official partnership with any game with the NashvilleLou collection. Meta Battler is finally the right game for me with that. But I'll tell you what, not just Meta Battler that people are excited about, Twitchy Tides. This game is so much fun. I love streaming this game. I love playing this game on other streams. It's a draw around the clock. And with that in mind, let's get back to it. So another regular Twitchy Tides game here. You can get in with exclamation point play in chat. I do want to try another one of those Aquarium Royale games. We'll have one of those coming up later in the hour. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday. NashvilleLou Live. This is my portion of it. It's been going on all day. And the party doesn't stop with me. Less than an hour away from Dr. Doom's scheduled start time. When Dr. Doom goes live, we'll head over there and continue the fun. But until then, let the good times roll here with Twitchy Tides, NashvilleLou Live. You can get in with exclamation point play. Winner gets a Warsaken camo card. An item from the NashvilleLou collection. I'll get in as well with exclamation point play. I'll stick with the rare Soul the Catfish, the white with the yellow. So that's in my number 1 spot. So you don't have to put a number to designate on your team. It defaults to that number 1, as you see right there. Our last call. Exclamation point play. For this next Twitchy Tides game. Actually, before doing anything else, I will bring the slate back up for a moment. You'll be just fine with getting in. But I do need to make one designation here in my notes. Sure that I know that Dutch Rudder gets that Twitchy Tides pack. Very important. Gotta uphold your stipulations for things to matter. People love Twitchy Tides, and a lot of fun here with this. All right. Slate back down. So we're up to 20 players. for this Twitchy Tides game. If I happen to win, prize goes to second place. Okay, I said... Oh, okay. Making sure I didn't miss a DM there. So Autumn's Toys, you're saying that to Pop Paragon. Okay. I'm paranoid that I'll miss a note or something important in the middle of a broadcast. And the more this continues to grow, and I mean, the numbers don't lie, the more I'm going to have to either refine my ability to on-the-fly parse through chat or perhaps line up some help. But for now, we got what we need. We got 20 players. We're ready to go. Here we go. Good luck. 21. Solkadar gets in just ahead of the start. Right away, a depth charge. We're down to 19. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday here on NashvilleLou Live. We had success in the first hour with the pair of Aquarium Royale matches we had, so we'll have at least one more here in the second hour. Debo has us down to 15 remaining. Depth charge. We're down to a dozen. There's the hook, big worm, and we're down to 9. This Twitchy Tides Tuesday, NashvilleLou Live. Debo the Shark, working left to right, bottom half of the screen. Eliminates 4 Slayer. B-Wicked just barely avoids the teeth and stays in there. 8 remain. We started with 21. Cannonball. We're down to 6. Trying to tweak some things with the various competitors. With a cannonball, give some extra oomph behind it, and those do fly through. So we're down to 5. Painful Asia did some damage before, I believe it was a super spin from Going Tonto, ended that. Now it's Debo the Shark. Lower level. Eliminates Zarveen. We're down to 4. I-420. B-Wicked. Going Tonto. Bo Reddington, the final 4. In this Twitchy Tides game here on NashvilleLou Live. Debo coming back through, return trip. Eliminates B-Wicked. We're down to 3. Going Tonto. Bo Reddington. And I-420. The final 3. There's Debo again. Debo eliminates Bo Reddington. We're down to 2. Going Tonto. And I-420. The final 2. Spin move from Going Tonto. Look out for Painful Asia up top. And very much a well-timed spin by I-420. That would have been it. Painful Asia was ready to end it right there. But the spin move continues the match. It's I-420 spit 710 fire. And Going Tonto, the final 2. Cannonball came through so fast to miss both remaining competitors. Now it's Big Worm. See that hook? Left part of the screen. Special punch command from I-420. Gets a good angle coming out of that corner. That'll do it. Big Worm eliminates Going Tonto, and it's I-420 spit 710 fire. Victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. So congratulations, I-420. Slate back up for a moment as I'll copy this information over. Please remember that prizes will be sent out shortly after the conclusion of the broadcast. Those will come from my fulfillment SWAT. Fulfillment's with an S on the end. Bring the slate down as we get back at it with another Twitchy Tides game. Exclamation point play will get you in for this next Twitchy Tides game. Winner gets a Warsaken camo card. An item from the NashvilleLou collection. Give you a boost in the fun new game, Meta Battler. Right away, we've got 11 players in the mix. Exclamation point play in chat gets you in. Make sure I get it as well. Lest I forget, go ahead and do it now. Panda Chan and I have the same fish. Let's switch it back up. I'll go with play. And that's another nice thing. If you decide you don't like the one you got, or that you don't want to clash with somebody, say, all right, I'll go with the, I've got the 1 spot. So exclamation point play and a 1 for me switches it. Now I've got that Soul the Catfish in there. Last call for exclamation point play in this Twitchy Tides game. All right, 27 players. Here we go. It starts now. Good luck. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday here on NashvilleLou Live. Big worm with a hook, and right away we're down to 24. And this is a visually impressive game with the artwork. It all seems to match together, and yet, even with different artists involved, it still feels like it doesn't break your suspension of disbelief. And that includes things like a woofy dog with a scuba gear. But within the context of this game, especially when you're more worried about the next enemy than what your opponent looks like, it works. In a major way, it works. Meanwhile, doing some work, it's Pink Felicia up top. We're down to 13. Pink Felicia. We're down to 10. Make that 8. Make that 6. Major damage done. Who will be the winner of this Twitchy Tides game? Pink Felicia. Top row. Heels fans eliminated. I'm eliminated. We're down to 4. DeBoer JS, Fonnie T, Zach Bonifer, and Be Wicked, the final 4. Debo the Shark. Heading down Broadway. We're down to 2. Be Wicked and Zach Bonifer. Be Wicked eliminated by the teeth of Debo the Shark. That's going to do it. Congratulations, Zach Bonifer. Victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. That was the 9th game of the broadcast. It's in chronological order for me here. My notes. Just like that, back open for another Twitchy Tides game. You can get them with exclamation point play in chat. So I think we'll do this regular one, and then after that, we'll try again with the Aquarium Royale that we had fun with there in the first hour. Had a couple of those in the first hour. We'll have at least one here in the second hour. I tell you, for people that are new to this, if you're somebody on Twitch and you're not that familiar with Twitchy Tides, it's worth your time to learn how it's set up. It's not difficult at all to stream this game. You'll have people that will find you and watch and play because they love Twitchy Tides. For live streamers here on Twitch, I can't recommend it strongly enough. There's a reason that so many people love this. It's fun to play. It bridges the gap between Twitch and Wax that perplexed me for how it's lasted as long as it has. But Twitchy Tides has done a major job in helping to bridge that gap. This time I'll go with a Vape Ape, which for some reason is like kind of squished. Or maybe that's because there's some bubbles behind there. I didn't really think about that until just now. But that's kind of odd that Las Vegas Apes, which is a really fun one to use, a banana command. It doesn't really hold a candle to what we saw from Pop earlier with the laser spin. Okay. My banana's suddenly not so impressive. That's part of the fun of this game. And there's new stuff getting added all the time, and yet it all interacts and it fits and it works and it's fun. The last chance to get in with exclamation point play. We got 23 players for the winner. A Warsaken camo card, an item from the NashvilleLou collection. We'll have this regular game, and then after that we'll try again with the Aquarium Royale. Had success with it in the first hour. It is very new to the game. We'll go from 24 to 26. 26 players begins now. Good luck. It's Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live on Twitchy Tides Tuesday. Early on, we're down to 24. Joey Tonto thrashing around to the corner up there. Cannonball gets two-thirds of the way through. Sit back around. For an impromptu mid-game party. Meanwhile, it's Pink Felicia cutting through. Just below the midpoint. Doing significant damage. We're down to 9. I'm very paranoid when it comes to music copyrights. I limit what I use in that respect. We know that Cannonball has us down to 5. There's Big Worm with a hook. We're down to 3. Autumn's Toys, G-Daddy, Lord Zuku, the final 3. Depth Charge. Breeze from Autumn's Toys. G-Daddy. Lord Zuku. Coming off the bounce. Depth Charge eliminates Lord Zuku. We're down to 2. Autumn's Toys and G-Daddy, the final 2. In this Twitchy Tides game here on NashvilleLou Live. On Twitchy Tides Tuesday. Autumn's Toys with a super spin, taking out that depth charge. Autumn's Toys and G-Daddy, the final 2. In this Twitchy Tides game, see that depth charge. Autumn's Toys with a freeze. G-Daddy, I believe, is one of the new ones from Skunky Chunks. And just a wide variety of options you have with Twitchy Tides. It really adds to the fun factor. That's going to do it. Depth Charge eliminates G-Daddy. It's Autumn's Toys victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. For a moment, bring the slate up, so I'll copy this information over. And again, remember that prizes will be sent out shortly after the conclusion of the broadcast. Those will come from my fulfillments wallets. I'll bring the slate down as we get a peek here into the Aquarium Royale. It may have to be something where I reload it. Possible. One tied, even one. Let's see. This pending payment, so hang tight. I'll give you the... Lou hasn't paid the bowl fee. And with this, and this is something that's brand new that they've added here, the Aquarium Royale, and it's very easy as far as I just do a refresh of the game. And it'll take me a moment to get it loaded back up, but not too long of a process. Random, the 3 tied. I'll pay a 3 tied, sure. A little more tides, I think a little bit more potentially as far as that Aqua goes. Ready to join. So exclamation point play for this Aquarium Royale, this new game mode they've added to Twitchy Tides. In essence, it's the same battle as far as the matchup goes once you get the screen loaded. The game begins, but with this, you're talking about players able to earn Aqua. That should be a very advantageous thing to have as far as things that are going to be showing up at some point, probably sooner as opposed to later, in the Twitchy Tide store. The Aqua, you can't, that's something that's in-game only. But you can earn it here, and so I've got enough Tide saved up. It's worth it for the show, for the broadcast. And this works out well for the people that I don't own a Battle Bowl, but for the players or the people that do, and then have them where you can rent them. It works out where there's some Tide that they earn, and I'm able to have a venue for this Aquarium Royale. So we got 23 players in. I'll join as well. That'll get us to 20. I guess to 25, 26. All right, so 26 players in for this Aquarium Royale. Make it 27 with Pop Paragon getting in. So remember, these top few players in this will earn Aqua. And that's something you'll be able to go in through Twitchy Tides. You can go into the game and claim it just like you would on the Battle Bowl screen. I'm saving up my my Tide, my Aqua. We're waiting to see. Hopefully they'll have some Battle Bowls available at some point in the store. But for now, look, you got people that purchase those Battle Bowls and have them available to rent. Here I am, very happy to do so. We've got 30 players lined up for this Aquarium Royale, along with the Aqua for the winner, a Warsaken camo card, and an item from the NashvilleLou collection. All right, 30 players. It begins now. Good luck. Again, if I win, prize goes to second place. There's the hook. Big worm early on has us down to 27. And more ominous background. You know it really means business here. See something get fly off to the left of the screen. My peripheral vision. That's not something. That's money. It's cash. Cash money. Meanwhile, it's strictly business for Debo the Shark. We're down to 17. Got the Ghost Command. You got spin moves going on. You got all sorts of things. And again, the detailed artwork. It's compelling. And then you get the the cannonball. It's rare to see it stop like that. The gold teeth. And it continues on. We're down to 11. Got more money flying around. Meanwhile, Pink Felicia, upper mid. And we're down to 7. Pink Felicia, ground level working right to left. Down to a half dozen. This Aquarium Royale mode. Here comes Debo the Shark up top. Eliminates Man C. Via the cover of money, the other 5 avoid Debo at least for now. Pink Felicia. This time working lower mid, left to right. Pink Felicia with a spin move. Dr. Doom eliminated. We're down to 4. Unusual. You don't normally see a Pink Felicia spun like that. That's what we had there. So we're down to 4. CTR Heels fan, Unmata, Bo Reddington, and Autumn's Toys, the final 4. Depth charge. Can you just leave the screen and hide? Then, under the cover of cash, reappear. Unmata hits that depth charge and is eliminated. So we're down to 3. Bo Reddington, CTR Heels fan, and Autumn's Toys, the final 3. Depth charge. And it's interesting with CTR Heels fan and Autumn's Toys, both with that very horizontal direction up top. And Bo Reddington, that spin move. Giant effort, been able to avoid the depth charge. We're down to 2. The slow roll top side, Autumn's Toys and CTR Heels fan. So you know they're both going to get some of that aqua. Top finisher will get. See that depth charge, upper mid right side. There's a second depth charge. They're going to show us. Like when your wanted level goes up in Grand Theft Auto. Oh. All right, I think a party might solve this. I think the fans demand it. P for party. Down to the final 2. Autumn's Toys, CTR Heels fan. This Aquarium Royale. And look at that super spin from Autumn's Toys, taking out both of those depth charges. Both players remaining using the freeze command. Meanwhile, Debo, left to right, bottom part of the screen. And Heels fan snaps out of it at the 11th hour, kicking out 2.9. Just enough time to get away from Debo. The battle continues. Here are spin moves. But it's a cannonball that eliminates. What was that? Autumn's Toys. And with CTR Heels fan, I see a bounce around in the corner in the background there. Victorious in this Twitchy Tides Aquarium Royale game. So congratulations on the victory. As you can see there for the top 3. I mean, for first place, it doesn't show it. But you can see it in chat where for first, for Heels fan, 7.5 Aqua, 5 for Autumn's Toys, 2.5 for Bo Reddington. So congratulations on the victory. And for the top 3 finishers at Aqua, nice boost. All right, so we'll bring the slate down. We'll have a normal Twitchy Tides game now. We're open for it with exclamation point play in chat. Winner gets a Warsaken camo card and an item from the NashvilleLou collection. We've got, start to tell you how many players we have, but more people, more people, of course, love to play Twitchy Tides. We got 20 people in right now. Last chance to get in with exclamation point play. All right. "24 players. Make that 25 with Panda Chance. We got to 25. Let's start now. Good luck. If I win, prize goes to second place. It's Twitchy Tides. NashvilleLou Live Twitchy Tides Tuesday. Debo the Shark. Probably got blasted, but not before taking out 7 players. Meanwhile, look out. Paw Paragon. That resize. That grubfish. I saw the catfish and not in the best spot over there. Big explosion. But I think Paw Paragon just took himself out. Or maybe took out one other. Could have been much worse as far as the damage goes with that. Meanwhile, speaking of damage, Debo the Shark, top side, we're down to a half dozen. Depth charge. Can't complain too much. My soul the catfish eliminated by that depth charge. That was the second time passed on it. The way it goes in this game sometimes. We're down to 5. Who will be the winner of this Twitchy Tides game? Debo the Shark eliminates Fawny T. We're down to 4. Dutch Rudder, Pyong Wei, Notorious Ninja, CTR Heels Fan, the final 4. Cannonball, but that's the Shell Shock. Well timed by Dutch Rudder. Shell Shock stops that Cannonball in his tracks, but then it winds up and comes back through, and that'll do it. Cannonball got the last laugh on that one. My goodness, what an ending sequence right there. So congratulations, Notorious Ninja. Victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. You never know what to expect in a given game of Twitchy Tides. Or a given broadcast of NashvilleLou Live, for that matter. All right, so congratulations, Notorious Ninja gets the win. All right, so I'm going to go ahead now and take my hourly break. One roughly 5-minute break per hour here on NashvilleLou Live. Well, it's back open for the next Twitchy Tides game. And just like we had in the prior hour, for this hour, on the other side of the break, raise the stakes a bit. Winner gets a Twitchy Tides pack. So you'll want to make sure you're in the mix for the other side of this break, about a 5-minute break. We'll have that. And then probably a couple of additional Twitchy Tides games after it. We'll have Dr. Doom slated to start midnight Eastern. We'll go at least that long. We got to go a little longer. Not a problem. We can do so. And we'll raid over to Dr. Doom once he's ready to go at or about midnight Eastern. So back in just a few minutes. That Twitchy Tides pack on the line. This next game, you'll want to be here for it. NashvilleLou Live, Twitchy Tides Tuesday. Stay tuned. right, coming back from break. NashvilleLou Live. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday. Coming back from break here, we got this next Twitchy Tides game where the winner will get a Twitchy Tides pack. Many thanks to Pop Paragon providing these packs to give away. We'll be giving out sparingly. That'll be the prize for the winner here. I'm going to take the overlay down. Got to be extra careful of that because I get drawn in with this particular setup with Twitchy Tides as a standalone versus using it like in conjunction with another game, like I might with Meta Battler or The Sims 3 or any number of games. When it's on my television big time like this, staring me down, it's you can really appreciate the detail of the artwork. Some great work in here. Before I get mesmerized here in the middle of a broadcast, I'll make sure I get in as well with exclamation point play. And we'll go with the Vape Ape, so I'll use number 2. That's the second spot in my Twitchy team. You can set 5 fish. It's something that's new for it now. It makes it easier to switch between fish in a given broadcast. You have to like any sort of logging back in or anything. You just choose a different number. You can even switch it out. Let's see if I want to go with the Soul the Catfish instead. Play. And then instead of a 2, it's a 1. And then boom, you see a change right there. We got 33 players and last chance to get in with exclamation point play. The winner of this particular Twitchy Tides game, along with an item from the NashvilleLou collection, will also get a Twitchy Tides fish pack. I say fish pack, it's a pack. We'll see what ends up being inside it. Who knows? You never know for sure what's going to happen when you open a Twitchy Tides pack. A lot of good things, a lot of surprises. All right, so we got 33 players. Begins now. Good luck. So it's Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. Debo the Shark got turned away, but not before eliminating 3 players, so we're down to 30. Depth charge. That has us down to 26. Big money tornado came flying through. Big worm with a hook. Right side of the screen. Down to 18. Again, the hook. Now we're down to 17 remaining. Who will be the winner of this Twitchy Tides game? For first place for this one, gets that Twitchy Tides pack. Cannonball, doing damage. Down to 14. And again, the money cyclone comes whipping through. Here's Debo. Lower mid working right to left. And that has us down to 8 remaining. Debo again. This time left to right on that bottom half. Eliminates 4 Slayer, SDME, and Bo Reddington. So we're down to 4. JR since 82, Dutch Rudder 2, Cesaro NLV, and Notorious Ninja, the final 4 in this Twitchy Tides game. Cesaro with that hide command, turtling up. Debo the Shark eliminates JR since 82. Cesaro manages to get away from Debo. We're down to 3. Along with Cesaro, it's Dutch Rudder 2 and Notorious Ninja. Shell Shock from Dutch Rudder. And a depth charge. Notorious Ninja eliminated from the game with a depth charge. We're down to 2. Dutch Rudder and Cesaro NLV. And it's Pink Felicia eliminating Cesaro NLV. Congratulations. Dutch Rudder, too, victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. Copy this information over. Congratulations on the victory for Dutch Rudder, who's going to get that Twitchy Tides pack. Those prizes will be sent out shortly after the conclusion of the broadcast. We'll have a lot of prizes to send out, so please have some patience with me on that. But we'll get it sent out. I'll get to the right place. And the fun times continue. All right, so we're back open for the next Twitchy Tides game with exclamation point play. Winner this time gets a Warsaken camo card, an item from the NashvilleLou collection. Slated to do a raid over to Dr. Doom around midnight Eastern, so about 10 minutes or so from now. Hard to say 13. So I don't give a number. Do that too early, and I've learned. Comes to Twitchy Tides. Got to give it a minute. Start to say a number, the number's not even out of your mouth until 2 or 3 players have quickly bumped it up. Speaking of bumping it up, I'll throw my name into the hat. All right, so we've got 21 players lined up for this next Twitchy Tides game. If I win, prize goes to second place. Here we go. Good luck. Debo the Shark. Upper mid. Finally gets taken out by a super spin from Going Tonto, but not before eliminating 4 of the 21 players. Down to 17. Got some fire underwater and a depth charge up top. Down to 16. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday here on NashvilleLou Live. There's the hook, big worm. And we're down to 14. Depth charge. Little chain reaction there. Down to a dozen. Depth charge. That eliminates Soul the Cat. We're down to 11. Twitchy Tides Tuesday here on NashvilleLou Live. Pink Felicia working right to left. My goodness, we're down to 4. A lot of damage right there. Autumn's Toys, TB420, Zarvine, and Going Tonto, the final 4 in this Twitchy Tides game. On the lookout for Debo, but either a no-show or got bumped before we even saw him on screen. As for Pink Felicia, well, there's Debo. He fashionably late eliminates Zarvine. We're down to 3. Going Tonto, Autumn's Toys, and TB420. The last three in there. Depth charge up top gets popped. Going Tonto with that super spin. Pink Felicia up top. That eliminates Going Tonto, so we're down to 2. Make that 1. As Felicia takes out Autumn's Toys, and it's TB420. Victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. All right, congratulations, TB420 on the win. Fourteenth game of the broadcast there. We'll get at least one more in. Let me get it restarted before we start talking about it. Again, congratulations, TB420, with a win in Twitchy Tides. So I'll bring the slate back down. We're back open for at least one more Twitchy Tides game with exclamation point play. And anticipating a raid over to Dr. Doom, who's slated to go live around midnight Eastern. It's about 5 minutes from now. So we're open for this next Twitchy Tides game with exclamation point play in chat. Winner gets a Warsaken camo card, an item from the NashvilleLou collection. Hello to everybody watching over on Kick. Twitchy Tides is a Twitch exclusive, but I have a simulcast on Kick, and there are people that watch me there. So for everyone watching on Kick, many thanks for that. For everybody watching here on Twitch, thanks for that as well. Got 20 people in, 20 players for this next Twitchy Tides game. And this could end up being the last Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast for me. Depends on if Dr. Doom goes live here by midnight Eastern, or it depends how long this game takes as well. You never know for sure. Sometimes there are surprises that arise. All right, so 20 players. Winner gets a Warsaken camo card and an item from the NashvilleLou collection. And it starts now. Good luck. If I win, prize goes to second place. It's a cannonball. Bottom half of the screen. Just like that, we're down to 14. It's Twitchy Tides Tuesday here on NashvilleLou Live. Had so much fun with this. Just like last week. Meanwhile, the cannonball again doing damage. Eliminates Pop and Stock, and we're down to 13 as money flies in. Be careful mixing the money command with the fire command. Speaking of fire, the flame there stopped the cannonball in its tracks, so, or at least right now, 12 remain in the mix. There's the depth charge. Eliminates Going Tonto and Fawny T. We'll use the glitter command. Produce it up a bit. Meanwhile, on that left side of the screen, Big Worm with a hook. No laughing matter for Big Worm. TB420 eliminated. We're down to 9. Bo Reddington reappears on screen with a flash of cash. Pink Felicia coming down Broadway, working left to right. Eliminates Soul the Cat, Autumn's Toys, Rising Dragons, I'm out, Coins for Vince is out. We're down to 3. Zarveen, Dutch Rudder 2, and Bo Reddington. Last three in the mix in this Twitchy Tides game here on NashvilleLou Live. Twitchy Tides Tuesday. Fun continues here in just a little bit with Dr. Doom. But Debo, the Shark. Bo Reddington says, I'm leaving the territory. Exit stage left. I'll come back as cash later. Not a bad move to get away from Debo the Shark. But Debo ultimately didn't take out anybody there. Three remain. Dutch Rudder 2, Bo Reddington, and Zarveen. Depth charge. And that depth charge eliminates Dutch. So we're down to two. It's Bo Reddington and Zarveen, the last two in here in this Twitchy Tides game. We approach midnight Eastern. Reminder, you're watching NashvilleLou Live. I'm your host, Lou Pickney. On this Twitchy Tides Tuesday, Bo Reddington, going for the jaws, going right for the teeth there, the shark, but managed to zip past and back around. And the battle continues. These last two in here in this Twitchy Tides game. There's the hook. Big Worm has it baited. Bo Reddington gets around it. But not on the return. That eliminates Bo, and that's going to do it. Zarveen, victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. Congratulations to Zarveen on the victory. We've hit midnight Eastern. I'm ready to do a raid over to Dr. Doom as soon as he's ready to go. If he needs a few minutes, we can do another game. If not, ready to head there in a moment. Again, many thanks to Pop Paragon for donating those packs to the show here to give away. A couple of those giveaways, and those will be sent out later tonight. A lot of prizes to be sent out. That should be fun. It'll be work for me, but it's fun work. Making sure everybody gets the right stuff. So if somebody sees Dr. Doom go live, please let me know, because I don't see him listed here yet. But it's possible. Sometimes it takes a minute or two for Twitch to update the list. I mean, I understand there's a lot of streams they're having to handle at once. It's not a knock on Twitch. It's just the reality of it here. So I don't want to... In the past, I've been hasty about overlooking. Oh, it's not. Nobody's listed here. And then somebody supposed to raid shows up, and then I missed him by 30 seconds because it didn't take a moment or two to look at it. So, wait on Dr. Doom. Bring the slate back up. Hopefully Dr. Doom will be live soon, but until then, we have one more Twitchy Tides game. Bonus coverage. I'm a sports broadcaster by trade. Extra innings, overtime. I've done it. I've lived it. And it's a lot easier to have extra time broadcasting from the comfort of your home. I can assure you it's a lot easier to do this than some of the various positions I've had to call or set up shop to call a given broadcast. Called a high school American football game down in Chattanooga in 2016 from a scissor lift. Because that was the only available place for us. They condemned the roof of the roadside press box. So for the Father Ryan versus Baylor school game down in Chattanooga in 2016, me in a scissor lift. All right, so I'll get in for this as well. We got at least 16. It'll be 17 with me. Make it 18 with Buzz King in. Again, start to say the numbers too fast. People are going to jump in. Cut you off mid-sentence. All right, last call with exclamation point play. We're waiting on Dr. Doom to go live. Don't see listing yet. But again, it's possible that Dr. Doom is live right now and it just hasn't updated yet on this list. So we'll wait over there when he goes live. And until then, we got Twitchy Tides to enjoy. It's a lot easier to fill with this than when it's you by yourself in a weather delay. It's halftime. It's a soccer game. And you just got to go with it and wing it. Do the best you can. But with this, there's something fun to do. More of the same. We can do it. It's not like there's satellite time that would cut off at 5 past the hour. I do hope that Dr. Doom will be live sooner as opposed to later. But hey, until then, keep the fun going. We got 23 people in for this next Twitchy Tides game for the winner. A Warsaken camo card and an item from the NashvilleLou collection. All right, 23 players begins now. Good luck. Dream game to commentate. 906. Good question. Pink Felicia up top. Finally taking out that super spin. Going Tonto. The reality for me is that there are a lot of games that I'll never be able to broadcast because they make me motion sick. I'm unfortunately very susceptible to motion sick, more than most people. So first-person shooters, a lot of games I just simply can't play. It might be fun to play the new EA Sports college football game. I had some fun with the NCAA 14, the last one of the old series before the fun times ended with that. But to play that game, you have to have like a PlayStation 5 or whatever the newest Xbox is. I don't even know anymore. I don't keep track. Eventually get old enough, you start not caring about that stuff as much. Meanwhile, Pink Felicia coming through. I do care about the fact that they don't have that college football game available for the PC, which is where I would want to play it. So for now, stays on the back burner. Plenty to enjoy here with Twitchy Tides. We got 5 players remaining. We started with 24. Pink Felicia, we're down to 4. Take that down to 2. And that'll do it. Pink Felicia took out number 6 through 2. Coins for Vince. Victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. I'll copy this information over. Well, that's interesting, Coins for Vince. That's the first time for you to be a first page winner during my stream. I'm glad your perseverance paid off. Dr. Doom is live. It lists WWE 2K24. I really hope that's not what he's playing. I'm not going to goof on WWE right now, though. But as usual, I had fun with Twitchy Tides. Many thanks, Las Vegas Ape, for including me in this. Many thanks, Pop Paragon, for making such an awesome game and providing these packs to give away. And I'll do so very judiciously. Got a couple of pack winners. Those prizes will be going out shortly after the conclusion of the broadcast. We'll head to Dr. Doom in just a moment. Let me do a sig out so I have a cut point for the video on demand. And then we'll head over. That's going to do it for this broadcast of NashvilleLou Live and Twitchy Tides Tuesday. I'm your host, Lou Pickney. Thanks for watching. See you next time.